Kicking off the change is goodbye Untara, hello Tal.
Yeah, Tal is going to come in. Are we going to have any more? See if the music continues, because SKT, they can switch out the whole roster if they'd like to, and then probably more after that. At least Tal is going to be making his way towards the top side of the map. Means that Blank going to be hanging around.
Bit of a hair color change there, going a bit red. The fire is on for Tal. But that means that Blank will retain his spot. I'm sure plenty of people will have something to say. They can't turn around this series. Obviously no changes for BBQ. They will find themselves on the blue side for game number 2. And some interesting picks in solo queue for Tal that we'll talk about as Champ Select rolls on. Let's see if they can get value out of the counter pick on red side, traditionally for the top lane.
Yeah, and there are a few question marks as well, because the blue side bans, as we hop into Champion Select, the blue side bans for SKT in the last series looked like red side bans half the time. We had the Olaf on the list, we had the Sion on the list as well. So now going to be able to rock them out anyway, and probably feel a little bit better with their options on the red side. Galio going to be the first one that they're going to opt into, and Faker's Rise also taken away. But blue side bans for Sion, 2 games in a row. Temp just doesn't want to play it again.
No Sion allowed. The red side flex even stronger than the blue side flex. They don't want to first pick it, so they don't want to leave it open. Predictably, we see no Olaf, a legacy pick for Trick.
Yeah, surprising that we're going to see the Galio ban as well when it's only 1 and 4 for the season for Tempt.
And a first pick Sejuani is being shouted at the top of their lungs for first pick. Will be the choice of AD carry as well, as none of them have been banned.
Varus is looking like his stock has risen very, very highly.
See what SKT makes of this. Do you ban Sejuani and then allow the Varus to be first? But they're going to ban Camille. Very interesting. Ended up being a blind pick that SKT had no great answer for. There's quite a lot of power on the Rift now. See what BBQ prioritized. Varus for a lot of teams. The Sejuani did so well, and it'd be a takeaway from Blank, who admittedly didn't have a great series on Sejuani last time. It just answers the Skarner so well. The teams have gotten better and better at making this particular matchup work. It's safe, it's Sejuani. Why not Sejuani? It's been a question for many teams, and look at this, last second. Interestingly, they will change over to the Skarner.
Okay, so Trick going a little bit more aggressively, and this is... I mean, we know that Trick plays with a lot of ego behind him. He is certainly outspoken there, but now possibly taking the counter matchup. SKT say, nope, Xayah Rakan is going to be their option on the bottom side. We know that the bottom lane, we had no questions for them. Bottom lane playing fantastically well for SKT, so why not give them a whole bunch of extra tools? Sejuani still being looked at.
Very strange to see them halt the Rakan pickup and take the Sejuani now.
Odd. But it should be just a Rakan pick anyway.
Mind games being shown by Trick.
Trick and Ignar, just every single time, it's just the hovers. As they could actually deny Xayah Rakan if they want to, but what are they going to pair it with is the question. Rakan, Varus could certainly be the option. I'd recommend picking up Varus for Ghost at some point in these next couple of picks.
This would be 2 picks. It didn't work for SKT.
A few options here that he can go with. This would make it a very squishy lineup if he is going to go for some sort of carry-style top laner. I'd expect a tank out of Crazy.
Thinking about the Cho'Gath, just to have a balanced laning phase. They won't opt into the Gnar. And again, Cassiopeia has been a big pick for Tal, trying to go back to his carry roots in solo queue.
Yep, and I like the idea. I call this the kebab duo. Get the Impale and then get the Feast. Top side of the map. It means that you do have a lot of secure if you do get a catch in a teamfight scenario late game.
Uh-oh, the S word is going to be out there, and the scaling word looks real if they go for the Gangplank.
Wow.
Kassadin, Gangplank. That is not the power lanes you want, but Faker on the Kassadin can often go 50-50, where other people will struggle. The bot lane is one that is definitely cobbled together as the lovers have been parted.
Yeah.
The star-crossed lovers in this particular game.
Yep. We'll see whether they are going to cheat on one another, as Ignar versus Bang is going to be interesting to watch. And is it going to be worse to have Rakan on his own, or is it going to be worse to have Xayah on her own, is the question. We know Tristana has been coveted a lot very recently, but doesn't do a whole lot of work early game. We've seen it picked into Caitlyn almost every other time today.
And SKT with Kassadin have kind of always had the same plan. Is Faker level 16 with 3 items? All right, we're ready to go. Before that, a lot more controlled. They have been very heavily into gathering Storm Kassadin. in previous games. And I think that Kassadin will predictably do Kassadin things and have a great time. The game very frequently is answered before that on patch 8.4. Can they play around the globals and make things happen with the Alistar in the bot lane? Skarner ultimate on Kassadin is going to happen in team fights just to give them 1.75 seconds to actually auto-attack the damn Kassadin. Very, very interesting drafts. One thing I have to really think about because the standard stuff is out the window.
Yeah, although it does feel relatively standard on the side of BBQ. You know, they've got the Skarner, they've got the tank on the top side of the map mixed with the Azir and Tristana for the damage duo, but the Rakan on his own feels really odd. Going in for that such a great matchup for Kassadin is that once you hit level 6, you just jump on him all the time, and then you can push him out of lane. Speaking of getting pushed out of lane, good grand entrance from Ignar to go for a bit of a disengage, but the Ignite is down. Ignar's in trouble, he's going to flash, but Cannon Barrage on top, and first blood for Bang. The crowd goes nuts. SKT after a great start.
And it's a massive lead they use only in Ignite. Well, and get early. Nicely done.
Yep, biding their time. Challenging Smite actually comes in from Trick, as you can see. So Skirmisher Saber going to be the option, wanting to be a bit of a battle lawnmower. It's Blank, he could be in trouble. Fracture does come down. Tile gets the first rotation, but there's the Impale right on top of the Rupture, and Crazy just wants to eat some pork for dinner, and does so.
Tasty, tasty stuff. Very nice little brush camp from Trick, and now he's looking on to Tal as well.
Yeah, another Fracture comes down, and that's a flash out of Tal. He was just a little bit greedy, standing there and waiting under the turret.
Like the bonus summoner and now was started by the Rakan and cemented in this game as they want to turn on to Tempt again.
Yeah, ultimate does come down. He does have the heal, but there's the Ignite. The flash to get him out of there. Cannon Barrage, and Wolf is just going to pound him into the ground. Trick now in trouble. Going to try and get himself out of there. Doesn't use the flash. And could it be that the Baron is now the opportunity? Ignar well behind enemy lines. BBQ get the shove. They do stop. He's going to make this a 50-50, but is it one? There's a feast on Crazy.
He's going to get it.
Yeah, Baron is going to get taken down, and again, 2 games in a row, BBQ just nick a Baron.
They just had no wards to put over, no control ward in the inventory, and they just front door it down. And SKT watch on dumbfounded as their advantage is taken away from them, turned around instantly. They're turning on to Crazy. That's optimistic.
Yeah, good luck killing that guy. It's like when the drunk dude tries to fight the bouncer on the way out. It's like, no. Just go home, buddy.
Man, that was another decisive shot. Lurking, but not affecting. He has gone a low damage build. He's still scaling. A Baron buff to BBQ was not included on the checklist for Faker's Kassadin. Gonna walk up, try to take a turret in the mid lane or try to draw someone. They're definitely not
interested.
Whoa,
there's a flash in for Ignar. Has the quickness. He will go down, instantly. But can they get anything back? Blank, very, very low. Trick gets a decent escape, but is he going to get taken down? Faker jumps forward. Ghost is in so much trouble. Emperor's Divide does heaps of work as Wolf turns some corners, but Ghost is going to get feathers ripped through him, and BBQ may have bitten off more than they can chew now. Faker jumps on top. He's going to get another one. 5 kills for SKT, and BBQ looks silly.
Ignar taketh away. They did not need to dive there, and a great punishment on the side of SKT. BBQ, Tempt's going to get out, but does get interrupted. There's no advantages to get on the map, but turn that around. These are minions they should not got access to, because the siege should have still been happening. Ignar does not need to go in. Makes the play thinking they're strong enough to burst someone. Even through the feast, Blank lives after he was turned upon, and then they're exposed because the Rakan is dead instantly.
Yep. Wolf did so much work there with the headbutt pole. Didn't hesitate on the flash whatsoever. Bang, flashing forward, knowing that they have all of the tools available. Good cleanup from SKT. BBQ getting a little bit over. Not a lot of vision on top of it, as well as Faker. He's waiting for his opportunity. Half the health bar on the Baron as BBQ peel away. But they're all very, very healthy. Oh, the 4-man barrel. Cannon Barrage, he's done all the work himself. He gets shoved back into the fight. Crazy is going to eat him. The first kill goes over to BBQ, but SKT have softened them up so much. Tempt, some auto attacks are in there, but Faker, look at him having his way with whoever he wants, and Ghost is well and truly out of the fight. SKT, Tal especially, that was beautiful.
Absolutely, got in the backline with a teleport fight on Gangplank. Faker just looking to zone Ghost away and guarantee some turrets.
Okay. Faker's getting aggressive, jumps on top and just dies. That was probably always going to happen.
That was pretty comical with the build. Don't know what Faker was thinking there. Overrated his damage and then some. Wonder what that means for the Baron, because now 2 are dead. Maybe they give up Baron because of that.
Not sure. That's not a mistake that Faker often makes. Caught window shopping, yes. Damage calculation,
that was
not usually.
That was pretty awful, if we're going to be real. We don't often use words that strong for Faker. I understand the start of it.
Tempt is going to be able to try and get his way up. It is now the opportunity for Faker there. Tal getting in, not fast enough just yet.
Going to give up positioning on mid at a minimum. He's spotted on a single ward.
Going to the option there.
Tempt needs to get out, and they want to stop that from happening. Rocket jump used as well. No vision here.
SKT, they don't spot them. They can't split up and search the jungle.
They lose at least 1 inner turret.
Cute little barrel comes down just to scope things out. Ward's there for BBQ, for SKT, so BBQ will have to walk over it, try and get to this pit, but the bannered up minion on the top side of the map is doing some split push and work. The lone wolf, we can call that one Liam Neeson, I think.
Liam Neeson wants to break the base, will eventually, but SKT cannot allow the Baron to go down. Baron started, they have no vision on it. Blank walks up, that's all he can do.
The blue dots though, they've already careened through that tower, and now SKT, they're trying to start the fight. Crazy eats another big buff, and Igna has the quickness, tries to get the flank as Tal is in there, but already they've taken down Trick, and Ghost just gets exploded! Okay, no more big buffs to be taken, and look at this, BBQ are actually just going to walk up and try and flank.
Yeah, they're going for the actual inhibitor in the top lane. Tempt will make short work of this. They walk up, they're going to take the inhibitor. SKT going to have to give that one up. They're trying to take mid lane inhibitor. There's so much going on the Rift.
Yeah, but there are going to be super creeps that are going to be helped by the Baron if Tempt can actually get back down there. Crazy there as well, as Faker and Tal just want to stop backs and try and exchange these inhibitors, but see the base, there's still minions in there. I'm pretty sure Liam Neeson is still going behind enemy lines, as Crazy's just going to use the teleport. There's the Emperor's Divide. Tempt trying to get the work done, but can't actually do it, and he's going to get picked off. Crazy gets to his base, and you can see SKT, they're going all in, but you've got 8 seconds on Trick and another 12 seconds on Ghost. They're not going to be able to finish the game here, and it's 2 inhibitors down.
Instead of going for the Lord Dominic's regard. I think in this case, with Sejuani this far behind, he's made the right read.
Oh, banner on the top side of the map. Trick chose the right one because 5 members have to hang out around the Elder Drake. If BBQ gets some spare time, they will secure it. You can't go for a 50-50 because they don't exist. The feast is too strong.
The super play has to be close. There has to be a big outplay. Alistair and the Rakan both able to do that. Notice Rakan, for once has exhaust, hasn't gone onto the cleanse this time, and that might be a pivotal choice, depending on how the fight turns out. Elder spawn, Baron spawn, quick engage!
Yeah, they're gonna jump in there as, oh my god, Tempt just gets torn apart. Igna trying to lock down Faker, but he's already done half of his health bar. Igna should fall, but there's the exalt. Faker is dead, and Ghost gets out of the way of the Featherstorm. Crazy and Trick are just tanking damage, and Ghost makes it through the base gate. SKT, we've made the trade. It's 1 for 2 in favor of SKT.
They're going to want at least 2 inhibitors from this, but Ghost is strong, we all know that. Because of the minions, Tal's drawn back, it's 3v3.
Yep. Tal's going to go back and try and clear things up, and now BBQ say, we actually want to try and turn on something, but no, SKT, they're going to do the same thing, teleport making a 4v3, as you've got the stun onto Crazy. Trick has to get out, and they want to get on Ghost so desperately. Tal taking damage, Crazy, almost way too big in this fight, as Blank trying to tank up as much as he can. Ghost, get the autos, try and get them onto the Pirate, but he actually can't. Bang, he's at full health as well.
15 seconds on the respawns, they know they can't stick around on this. They'll back away. No advantage gotten. SKT keep out team fighting BBQ, but it does not mean enough.
Well, the Azir is going to be back up again.
And we're trading buffs.
We are. Looks like BBQ, they're the ones that want to be taking the Baron, because the Elder Drake, this is going to be the first one for SKT, so not that 5-minute buff, I believe.
No, still the 5-minute buff.
Oh, okay. No, not the 5-minute buff. The subsequent one that you actually claim for yourself is going to be the big one.
No Baron claimed for BBQ either. SKT onto the Baron. Crazy's still dead. This could be double buffs.
Yeah. Looking like they're going to be able to claim everything for SKT and BBQ. Understanding that without Crazy, they can't do anything. Bit of a disaster for BBQ fans, thinking that they could possibly get the dream 2-0 against SKT.
Giving up 2 inhibitors here. Very straightforward manner, but SKT are going to want more.
Actually trying to go for these Nexus turrets as well. SKT thinking that this is an opportunity to win the game is, look at these trebuchets just smashing down on the inhibitor. They've crossed lanes. They're not too worried about it. SKT.
BBQ have to go in for this. They cannot allow everything to go down.
Yep, they need to try and start a fight. Trick, he's just going to take subsequent damage. You can see Bang, he's doing a great job of making sure that everyone is getting poked out.
They're going to lose PvE.
Yep, Nexus turret number 1 goes down. Tempt tanking up the siege minions, but he doesn't want to do that. He's just probably going to die if he gets too much more of this damage.
Ghost has a hurricane just trying to deal with all these minions, but they keep streaming in.
Yep, Crazy desperately wants to try and eat it as in goes Ignar, finds the triple knock-up, there's the Rupture on top of it, but is it going to be enough? The Cannon Barrage goes down. Emperor's Divide, I'm not sure whether that's going to be enough either, as Trick is finally going to fall. Blank also taken low as Faker jumps in and once again throws his life away, but he kills the Tristana, and that's the game. They bought space for Bang, and we're going to game 3.
Ultra tense was game number 2. Look at BBQ with their 2 Barons. We're going to get over the line. No one is celebrating yet on the side of SKT. Right at the end, the Kassadin and friends were able to overpower the Skarner, and they got the outscale, but oh, did it take a long time, and still there's a best of 1 to really understand if SKT's rise to playoffs is still on.
And does BBQ have another crazy plan? Game number 2, it was the Azir picking up the Abyssal Mask, making that laning matchup feel better post level 6. In game number 1, it was the Ziggs and the beautiful play from BBQ. Feels like they're the ones trying new things and then trying to win with support.